So our next chapter is coal and petroleum. So there are two things out here. One is coal and one is petroleum. Obviously, we can study one at a time. So coal and petroleum. Half of the world's war is because of all these petroleum. Oil controls the economy. Okay, always remember that. तेल के पीछे ही सब लोग भागते हैं. Right. So we'll start with coal and petroleum. Chapter will go in this manner. First we'll study coal, then we'll study petroleum. अभी आप books एकदम छोड़ दीजिए, बस कहानी सुनिए. ठीक है? So what happens? So our story goes like this. We live on a beautiful planet called Earth, right? And on this planet Earth, what happened? As civilization started and man started to walk on both his feet, okay? And both his feet, then man started what? Man was always gifted with the power to think and speak, and he started doing innovations. And as he started innovation, one of the biggest innovation of man is always what? The wheel. The wheel is one of the biggest innovation of man. That is, when he saw that logs were falling down from the hills and all, and the logs were rolling and falling down, he thought कि wheel बना सकते हैं. Wheel से काम आसान होना शुरू हो गया. धीरे धीरे उसने weapons बनाए, and then he started hunting. So in all doing all these things, there was something which was a need felt for him, and that need was that for energy. Okay, energy, because primarily in those days there was nothing called like electricity and all. The energy need was the need to burn something, either wood, fire and other things. Now fire where burn करता था, पहले कैसे किया होगा? Dry leaves जलाया होगा, then he must have burned some branches. But when he's working with metals, he's trying to make arrows and other things, melt iron. At that time, burning logs and wheels are not going to help him. So he must have then discovered that there is something called, he must have dug the earth and found coal, and then came the hunt for energy and all. And as and on, now we have come a long way. Now we have come a long way. And in history and all, you will study something called the Industrial Revolution that happened in Europe. Okay, the Industrial Revolution. And the Industrial Revolution actually made the path for modernization of the society in terms of gadgets, in terms of machines, also brought wars. Every war will have bad effect, but the good effect of war is whenever war happens, science progresses at a very rapid rate. Think for yourself that between whatever items you think, the projector, the helicopter, the aircraft, the motorcycle, the machine gun, the safety razor, everything came out between Second World War. I mean, at that time, revolution is at its peak. People transform from those royal kings and his highness and his majesty, and slowly you will learn in history also as you go in grade 9, the French Revolution, the Russian Revolution. So one part is the Industrial Revolution. When industries came up, you wanted things to happen. So there is a never wanting end for energy. Now, if we look at our earth, now what gives our earth? Anything that provides you energy, or anything that is an input for something that you manufacture. You might be manufacturing a small, what you call knife. But to manufacture that knife, you need iron. Then you will be processing the iron, shaping the iron. So everything that is your requirement in this universe, those things we call as a resource. Resource kya hai? Resource is that item which is your input to achieve your manufacturing or your sustenance goal. In any substance that's what I say, manufacturing or your sustenance. Do I need oxygen? Yes, that's a resource. प्यास लगता है, पानी चाहिए? Yes, resource. I need sunlight, resource. And slowly I start becoming more greedy. Now what do I need? I need energy, firewood, resource. I need to eat food grains, resource. Now I have gone into machine world. I need petroleum to run my cars, resource. I need what you call coal to meet my energy requirement, resource. So have you understood? A resource is anything. So what do we say? A resource is any substance. It can be, we use the word tangible or non-tangible. What does tangible mean? This fellow is tangible. I can touch and feel him. There are some things which are non-tangible. जिसे हम feel नहीं कर सकते. So any substance that fulfills the human need. और जब आप हायर क्लासेस में इकोनॉमिक्स लेके पढ़ेंगे तो आप हमेशा सुनेंगे रिसोर्स रिसोर्स इन IT, या geography. And not only that, many of your parents are working in IT sector. For them, they'll always say resource nahi hai is project team mein. Resources are what? For them, manpower. Manpower is also a resource. I today want to run a big dosa restaurant, a tiffin joint. Don't I need resource? I need people for cleaning utensils. I need people for taking orders. I need people as chef and all. So resource हर वो चीज है which fulfills a human need. ठीक है? Is greed a resource? Greed is also a resource, not for the human, but for the manufacturer. I need greed to come, only then you will buy that phone of mine. Now, jealousy is also a resource. You should be jealous of him, then only you will buy the same pen, and I am the manufacturer, my pen will go for a sale. So, मेरे लिए वो भी एक resource है ना. That's what I should go and keep on telling him. ये कीजिए, वो कीजिए. So advertisements देते हैं हम. इतना समझ में आया? अच्छा, अब आगे चलते हैं. तो our story in this chapter, we will be concentrating on resource. Why? These resources for our resources, and our primary lookout is the resource for energy. Now, when we look out for resources, we should also understand that resources को हम दो type में categorize कर सकते हैं, because as of now we are talking only of natural and say artificial. Now, very easy. Natural resources which we have got free of cost, nature has given us. An example of it will be sunlight, water, air, है ना, minerals, coal, gas. ये सब हमें किसने दिया है? ये सब हमें नेचर ने दिया है. Animals are also our resource, food के लिए, right? And artificial resources, man-made resources. Like electricity is an artificial resource. You have made that resource, okay? Electricity आपने बनाया है. Say artificial magnets are also a resource that you have created. So you understand between these two. Our concentration in this chapter will be more on the natural resources. अब क्या हो गया है? Natural resources आपको किसने दिया है? Nature ने दिया है. And when nature has given, then this is what? This is free. Now this free is a very dangerous. Once this free comes up, this was the selfish human being who starts now doing club slurp. बहुत कुछ मिल गया. And he starts becoming greedy. है ना, हम सब तो greedy हैं. चांस मिला तो फ्री में कौन नहीं लेगा? You tell that tomorrow COVID will come again, people will buy everything from Ratnadeep. That's our Indian mentality. We will buy so much that he doesn't get. But what do people do in Japan? Everyone leaves something so that everyone should get something. What we will do? We will take so many atta packets. That nature has to. That's what we have done in COVID also. Overstocking. Sanitizer not available. एक भाई साहब आए थे, वो 100 bottle ले गए. क्या शरीर में लगाओगे क्या? ठीक है? So you start becoming greedy. So when you start becoming greedy, now there is a threat on this resource which nature is giving you. So we further categorize this into exhaustible or inexhaustible, or exhaustible and inexhaustible or non-exhaustible. That is separate. आ रहा हूं बेटा. Exhaustible and non-exhaustible. हाँ, वो भी आएंगे, आते हैं. Exhaustible, उसमें एक thin line difference है. Exhaustible resources are those resources which will exhaust or get used up over a time. Exhaustible are those resources which will get used up or get exhausted over a period of time. Means free तो है, लेकिन हमें बहुत कम है. These are quantities बहुत कम. Very good. They are available in limited quantity. So please be very, very judicious while you are using them. Right? You make all these posters. Na? Children nowadays make posters. Leave some water on the planet for us also. Or no planet and all. Then I always say, why should I leave? Because all of you go to the bus stand in your separate cars. At that time, you never think about the planet. You only think about the planet when it comes to your time. I'm also selfish. Why should I leave? मैं तो खूब plastic use करूँगा. Otherwise, carry your own bag and go to the bus stand. Walking, simple. Our children will make all posters and put it on titanium lobby. Save the earth. Mother Earth only one, and next day what that bachcha is doing, in scooter he is going to the bus stand. ऐसे मदर अर्थ को बचा के क्या फायदा? That is all hypocrisy. Yes, if you have wings you can fly also. ठीक है? Non exhaustible are which are available in unlimited quantities. Unlimited quantity, and one of them would be air, obviously water, and sunlight. No, I'll come to that. Water is unlimited. What is not unlimited is potable water. The oceans are not going to dry up, but our friend Abhigya cannot drink ocean water. So drinking water is a limited resource. Water is not a limited resource. आप खत्म ही नहीं कर सकते. And sunlight, yeah. Then sunlight, the sun is there for 5,000 years. I and you will not be alive for 5,000 years. है ना? तो sunlight हमारे जीवन काल में तो रहेगा. One day the sun is going. Sun has another 5,000 odd years only left with it. So by that time the sun will go away. We don't know what will happen to the earth at that time. Okay. So air, water, and these are available in unlimited quantities. So these are called non-exhaustible or inexhaustible resources. So the chapter that we are studying about what? We are studying about coal and petroleum. So we now need to qualify them. So our coal and petroleum comes under this category. ये बच्चा समझ में आया? Coal and petroleum are exhaustible resources. मतलब फ्री है, नेचर दिया है, but it does not mean that you go on using it. एक ना एक दिन तो भाई साहब खत्म हो जाएगा. Acha, when we talk about these natural resources, we also have another classification which we call renewable and non-renewable. There is a small difference here. Non-renewable. Renewable resources are those natural resources which can be refurbished in your lifetime. Like say plant wood. आप यूज कर रहे हैं वुड, आप उतने प्लांट्स ग्रो करते जाइए आपके लाइफ टाइम में, नहीं तो अगले जनरेशन तो आ ही जाएगा. लाइक मैंगो, यू आर ईटिंग मैंगो एवरी ईयर. मैंगो इज अ रिसोर्स टू यू, बट इट्स अ रिन्यूएबल रिसोर्स. बार बार आ रहा है, बार बार जा रहा है. आप अगर आज एक मैंगो ट्री इफ वी प्लांटेड, दैट मैंगो ट्री इज गोना गिव अ फ्रूट इन मैक्सिमम 4 to 5 years. इट विल स्टार्ट गिविंग यू फ्रूट्स. मींस इन योर लाइफ टाइम. रिन्यूएबल मींस ऑलवेज यूज द वर्ड लाइफ टाइम. In one lifetime, you will be able to regenerate it. Crops are renewable resources. लगाया, हार्वेस्ट किया, आटा बनाया, रोटी खाई, वॉशरूम गए, रोटी छोड़ भी दिया, अगेन रोटी बनाया, अगेन खाया. Renewable. Non-renewable are those which in your lifetime ये बनेंगे. This will happen. They cannot be, not in your generation, many generations. So non-renewable are those which does not happen in one's lifetime. This will never happen and will take much long period. So they are called non-renewable, much long period. For example, coal and petroleum will take millions of years. इतना जिंदा ही कौन रहेगा? Sun is going to be available for another 5,000 years. और इसको बनने में million years. So this is considered as, is it renewable? Yes, renewable, but the time span is very big. When the time span of refurbishing is very big, beyond your imagination, and you cannot, not you, your next 2-3 generations cannot use, then what do we call? We call them as non-renewable. Have you understood the difference? Exhaustible, see, a resource may be renewable and may be exhaustible also. Like the crops on the field. Right now we have grown. Let's go and to her say Haryana ancestral village. So there will be a lot of wheat that has been grown. बहुत सारा गेहूं है. Is it an exhaustible resource? Yes. After one cycle it will finish. Is it a renewable? Yes. Every year we can grow it. Now you understand the difference between exhaustible. तो आज हमने क्या पढ़ा पहले? रिसोर्स. हर वो चीज जो इंसान के काम में आए वो रिसोर्स है. ये रिसोर्स आपको प्रकृति दे सकता है. So you learn Hindi also. See. प्रकृति ने दिया तो इसे हम क्या कहते हैं? प्राकृतिक रिसोर्स, है ना. और अगर आपने मैन मेड है तो इसको हम बोलेंगे कृत्रिम और आर्टिफिशियल, मैन मेड. और उसके बाद यू गेट एग्जॉस्टिबल, नॉन एग्जॉस्टिबल, रिन्यूएबल, नॉन रिन्यूएबल. इतना समझ में आया? बहुत अच्छी बात. आगे बढ़े. यस. मिलियन 300 कम से कम 300 मिलियन. आप 300 बार जन्म ले लीजिए तब तक कोल नहीं, एक टिल महाभारत इज ओनली अराउंड 5000 years. It's much beyond that. हो ही नहीं सकता. That's prehistoric, ice age, वो सब की बात है. चलिए अभी तो our next discussion is about a topic. एक बात करते हैं. The topic is all about fossil. Fossils. Okay, no fossil fuel नहीं, पहले fossil के बारे में बात करते हैं. ठीक है. तो fossil कैसा हो गया? मान लीजिए एक सुंदर सा पत्ता हमारे पास है. Right. Now we call this पत्ता as something called an organic item. ये जो आप सुनते हो ना organic and inorganic. We eat organic masoor dal. It is not this organic. Organic means anything that has come from the plant and animal world. So let us learn two more language. Flora and fauna. Fauna means animal and flora means both come from where? Both come from the nature. क्या इनमें जीवन है? Yes. इन चीजों को हम बोलते हैं ऑर्गेनिक. हिंदी में बोलेंगे जैविक. इनमें प्राण है. Does the leaf have life in it? Yes, the leaf has life in it. ठीक है ना. अब इस लीफ में लाइफ है. इसी तरह यहाँ पे क्या था? यहाँ पे छोटा सा एक बनी रैबिट भी था हमारे पास. माउस जैसा दिख रहा है आपको, हंसिए मत. ऐसा एक बनी रैबिट था. ठीक है. और ये लोग कहाँ घूमते थे बेटा? They used to happily ऐसे जमीन के ऊपर घूमना घूमी करते रहते थे, है ना. तो ऐसे और क्या था इसमें? ऑल्सो वी हैड समथिंग लाइक माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स, जैसे एक अमीबा हो गया. ठीक है. द शू सोल शेप्ड पैरामोशियम हो गया. ठीक. पैरामोशियम इज एन ऑर्गेनिज्म, इट्स आल्सो अ माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म व्हिच इज इन द शेप ऑफ अ शू. तो ये ऑर्गेनिक चीजें जो हैं, एक दिन क्या हुआ? एक दिन आया क्या? कयामत आ गया. कयामत मींस देयर इज अ वेरी बैड सॉर्ट ऑफ से a storm or an earthquake or some natural calamity हो गया. और नेचुरल कैलामिटी होते होते क्या हो गया? ये भाई साहब लोग सब जमीन के नीचे चले गए. ऐसे बस कहानी देखो, जमीन के नीचे चले गए. और जमीन के नीचे जाने के बाद इनके ऊपर क्या असर हुआ? यहाँ सूर्य देवता अगले दिन से निकलना शुरू हो गया. द सन केम आउट बट द सनलाइट कुड नॉट रीच देम. अंडरस्टूड? देन केम देयर वाज एयर. द एयर आल्सो could not reach them. Understood? और अंदर क्या हुआ? अर्थ के अंदर चला गया ना, बहुत नीचे बरी हो गया. तो जो टेम्परेचर है भाई साहब वो चढ़ता गया. बिरयानी बन रहा है अभी इनका. और अंदर में टेम्परेचर बढ़ गया तो प्रेशर भी क्या हो गया? प्रेशर भी बढ़ता गया. ऐसे जगह में देयर वर सम अपॉर्चुनिस्ट पीपल. और ये अपॉर्चुनिस्ट पीपल कुछ ऐसे थे. इनका नाम था बैक्टीरिया. व्हाट बैक्टीरिया? अब सर आप बोलोगे सर you say that there is no air, then how come these bacteria, they are anaerobic bacteria who do not need oxygen at all. तो हमारे पास क्या क्या एक्शन हुआ? नंबर 1 एब्सेंस. ये सुनिए प्रोसेस से. एब्सेंस ऑफ क्या क्या है बेटा? सनलाइट प्लस एयर एंड देन एन एनवायरनमेंट ऑफ इंक्रीज ऑफ टेम्परेचर, प्रेशर एंड एक्शन ऑफ बैक्टीरिया. समझ में आया? और ये सब करने के बाद ये जो सारे चीजें थे ना, ये टर्न हो गए एक चीज में जिसको हम बोलने लगे फॉसिल्स. सो फॉसिल्स आर व्हाट? Fossils are the dead remains. You will get the definition, don't copy from me, understand from me. You get it. Fossils are the dead remains of plants and animals. Well, prehistoric plants and animals. You don't expect a leaf to go down the earth today and you then dig it out 30 days from now. That's what is called a compost, which might be using for our plant. This is prehistoric. They got buried due to some natural calamity and have remained in an environment where there was no sunlight, air, huge temperature, pressure action of bacteria, and they turn into fossils. Have you understood? These fossils, when they pop up sometimes, suppose we get a fossil skeleton of some organisms and we study them and we say, oh, this sort of organism or this sort of animal was prevalent in that date. We can date it. However, these fossils, for our interest of this chapter, also gives rise to something called fossil fuels. What does they give rise to? They give rise to fossil fuels. अभी उसमें स्टोरी को पहले समझते हैं तो अपने आप क्लियर हो जाएगा. So fossils, one type of fossils that we can get are also fossil fuels. Have you understood? This chapter talks about two fossil fuels. One is coal and one is petroleum. Now your next question should be that, sir, मिट्टी के नीचे तो सब लोग गए थे, कोल और पेट्रोलियम कौन कौन बनते हैं? So the reason is, remember, all the green forest, now it's not about a leaf, all the green forest means I am only talking about the flora component, that too the land flora. Land flora means every forest that was growing on the land. All these contributed to what? Coal. Have you understood? And every animal, jantu, and a marine plant. You know what is a marine plant? Plants that you find below the sea level. These all, when they became fossils, they gave rise to petroleum. तो दो चीज सीखते हैं. What is a fossil? A fossil is a dead remain of a prehistoric organic matter. That organic matter can be either a plant, flora, or from the fauna and family. How are fossils formed? Well, they go down below. Due to what? Some natural calamity, and they are not at Earth's crust level. बहुत नीचे जा चुका है, ठीक है, एंड मेंटल से थोड़ा ऊपर अर्थ के क्रस्ट के नीचे, और दब गए. कितने साल दब गए भाई? अप्रोक्सीमेटली 300-200 मिलियंस ऑफ इयर्स. इतने साल नीचे दबे हुए हैं. एंड डू दे हैव एयर? नो. डू दे हैव सनलाइट? नो. They have action of bacteria, an environment of increased temperature, pressure. They convert into fossil. Study of fossils is known as paleontology. Study of fossils is known as paleontology. Now this is the fossil story. However, every fossil need not be coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum are also formed from fossils. Fossils can be, जैसे मैं नीचे चला गया, मेरा ही skeleton मिला बहुत साल बाद, तो मैं भी एक fossil ही हूँ. Coal and petroleum are also outputs of fossils. That's why they are called fossil fuels. कहां से आए थे? इंडिया से आए थे. What is your name? Indian. कहां से आए हो भाई? फॉसिल से. आपका नाम फॉसिल फ्यूल. अब फॉसिल फ्यूल में दो कैटेगराइजेशन है. मिट्टी के नीचे कौन कौन गए थे? 3 people. All flora and fauna. All the land flora that is green gave you what? Coal. And all the animals and the marine plant gave me what? Coal. Didn't give me coal, they gave me petroleum. There can be a 1 mark question on this. Please be very careful. Yes.
Asking like if there were animals that were buried under the land, then that would be categorized as coal.
Any animal is always give you petroleum. Animal and marine plant petroleum. इतना सोचो, पेट्रोलियम नॉन वेज है, कोल वेज है. समझ में आ गया? पेट्रोलियम non veg hai. So in a vegetarian's car also there is something non vegetarian. What? The petroleum in his car. Petroleum is non vegetarian and coal is vegetarian. Now further, let's go one step more. So we understood what happened. We had plants, and rather we'll use the word forest. Now why I'm using the word forest is that now what happened? They got buried. They got buried when millions of years ago. It's like a story. Long back ago, there was a castle, millions of years ago. And then what happened? Negative sunlight means no sunlight. Understood? Negative air. Very good. Positive temperature and positive pressure plus bacteria. Okay. They all underwent a process which is known as decomposition. Decomposition. And this process is also known as carbonization. Decomposition हुआ, इसी को हम कार्बोनाइजेशन भी बोलते हैं. ठीक है ना? ए डिकम्पोजिशन हो गया एंड डिकम्पोजिशन होके ये क्या बना? ये कोल बना. हम कोल की स्टोरी कर रहे हैं. कोल बना. Now there comes a story that if you see, let's see the map of India. Okay, for some extent. मैं कुछ गलत तो नहीं कर दिया? Now let's see. This is our map of India. Okay, this is the Indian map. Now, if you see coal in India, right? If you see coal in India, एक common sense आता है. Forest means what? Forest spreads over long range. Don't you agree? फॉरेस्ट हमारे एक फ्लैट के नीचे. So whenever you get a coal, it's not that that coal will be available there only. If coal is available, it will be spread across hundreds of kilometers because the forest. So you will find that the region around Meghalaya, Arunachal, Assam, then Tripura, Burma, Laos, Thailand, and this belt, obviously Bihar and Mayurbhanj and all in Orissa, Bangladesh, this is a huge coal reserve. Because there was all forest in this region. In India, if anybody asks you where is coal found, you will say Mayurbhanj in what you call Orissa, Jharkhand, Bihar, West Bengal. Raniganj movie है ना इसी के ऊपर सब कोयला लेके. Then West Bengal, Meghalaya, Arunachal, Assam, Nagaland. But we divided our border. You can't stop Bangladesh. How can you have coal in West Bengal as well as in Meghalaya, not in Bangladesh? Bangladesh has huge deposits of coal. Huge deposits. जरा आप वर्ल्ड के सिस्टम को देखो कैसा है. इस साइड में बहुत कोल है और लेफ्ट साइड में बहुत ऑयल है. Another thing that you should try and ask or Google. Have you seen the Middle East and all do not have any trace of coal? भर भर के पेट्रोल है. Again in Assam you will find petrol. There is petroleum in Burma, Bangladesh and Burma also, but it is limited. Yeah, you will find more of petroleum on that side and then coal. Again here, they will be all mineral rich. And if you see here, the coal that we get in Thailand and all is of very superior quality. We have good quality coal here also. Later when you go to higher classes, you will read what are the different type of coal, anthracite coal, bituminous coal in geography, okay, lignite and all, okay. So anthracite is considered like very good quality coal. The quality of coal that we are getting here is not that quality, good quality coal, but ye coal quality, Thailand and all, Malaysia and all are very top class quality of coal. Cambodia, Laos, ये सब में मिलता है. तो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ होगा? बहुत साल पहले यहाँ पे forest रहा होगा. And this entire forest went down. I don't know whether you all know or not. The Himalayas, which you see now, used to have a sea once upon a time. Name of the sea was Tethys, Tethys. And due to all these, the tectonic plates keep moving and there is always a physical gradation happening. Tethys dried and a physical landform got created. Himalaya is that actually. It's a landform that has got created. Okay? Then people say Romans used to kill a lot of lions in Africa. Romans used to rule that world. So if you kill lions a lot, you are killing the carnivorous population. So what happens? The herbivorous increases. You're disturbing the ecology. So they say all the plants and everything, well, that is the reason of Sahara Desert today. कोई plantation ही नहीं है. Plus natural calamities that happen, temperature and other thing, उसमें कोई growth ही नहीं है. तो ये कोल की स्टोरी आपको क्लियर हुआ है. इसको कार्बोनाइजेशन कहते हैं. Plants and forests got buried millions of years ago, were under the action of no sunlight, no air, increased temperature, pressure, and bacteria got decomposed and formed coal. And in the same storyline, now what do I add? I add that animals and marine plants and rest of the story is same. They give rise to petroleum. Petra means rock and oleum means oil. Petra means rock, oleum means oil. So oil that is found in rocky layer, that is known as petroleum. That rocky layer can be on land, means below the land or below the sea. Petra means rock, oleum means oil. So that is petroleum. ये कहानी समझ में आया भाई साहब? बहुत अच्छी बात है. आगे बढ़े. अच्छा, आगे बढ़ते हैं और कुछ और. हाँ बिट्टू, you were saying something. Sorry, I could not. You have a theory. Yes, let's listen to his theory. He has a theory.
In the Middle Eastern range, there might be water there. That's why there is
Animals रहा होगा. वहाँ ऐसे भी प्लांट नहीं है. डेजर्ट ज्यादा है. देखो.
marine animals used to be there.
Maybe. And they got buried.
Because of the water, there might be forest on the other side.
Forest on the other side. He has a theory which is correct. I have a different theory. I always say wherever there is a cemetery, you know what is a cemetery? Or wherever there is a burial ground, as a good fuel, you should put one signboard. Dig for oil 300 million years from now. उससे ज्यादा oil तो कहीं हो ही नहीं सकता है ना. Our grandfathers, नहीं oil मिलेगा वहां पे. सारे dead bodies तो buried है ना. भर भर के मिलेगा। ठीक है, आगे बढ़े। हाँ, एंसेस्टर्स आर हेल्पिंग, यानी कि सर हमारी गाड़ी कौन चला रहा है? हु इज रनिंग आवर, हाँ, हु इज ड्राइविंग द कार? सर डैड इज ड्राइविंग द कार। नो नो, my great grandfather got converted into petrol and he is actually driving the car. Yes, one minute. Yeah,
In school, the teacher taught me something like in Azerbaijan, it's like a place. Azerbaijan, they find a lot of like surface oil.
yeah, surface oil means the oil will always be in a rocky layer. The rock layer is at a higher level, whereas if you go to the Norway, or if you go to the North Sea, if you go to North Sea, you know, North Sea is the region near Ireland and all. Okay, so if you go to Norway and all, so there you will find a lot of oil in the North Sea. That is called, British Petroleum has every operation. There is a place called Aberdeen, that is headquarters of British Petroleum for North Sea operation. Everything happens there. There, wherever who is posted, he stays there for 6 months. The only human beings he sees is when he comes back to Heathrow Airport in London, and then they again go. One of my senior friend is out there. So Aberdeen, सारा दिन ठंड में जैकेट पहन के, you stay in your computer room and you are seeing geological study. No, it's very cold. Not hot, it's cold. You won't see the sun. You will be sad. You feel everything is good. It's not like that. If you're taken to New York and US East Coast, you will cry after some time. We always think that it is good. The sun doesn't come out so many days. It's always gloomy, sad. And imagine you're without family members or anyone. आंसू आ जाएंगे आंखों से। तब टीवी में जो भी इंडियन दिखता है ना, वही अच्छा लगना शुरू हो जाता है। Yeah, Bittu, saying something? No, it's biology. It's a bio chapter. There might be, see, the Lakshmi that I'm using is an old one, so it has more chapters. There might be 1 or 2 chapters like friction and all, something that is missing out here. So don't worry, I'll give you PDF of this one also. That particular chapter you can study from here. 1 or 2, it will come. So don't break your head. Come back here. So now let's understand more in deep. So periodic table has many elements. And one of that element which is of great importance to human being is carbon. ये इतना ही important है, its symbol is C. Okay, its atomic number is 6, its mass number is 12. Okay, carbon is so important that everything in and around is carbon. Let us now take our friend Shreyas. इसका चश्मा कार्बन, इसका घड़ी जो पहना है स्ट्रैप कार्बन, इसके शर्ट जो पहना है इसमें सिंथेटिक फाइबर है कार्बन। आदमी के चश्मे से लेके, मोजे से लेके, चड्डी से लेके, बनियान से लेके, सब में कार्बन है। एवरीवेयर इट इज कार्बन। सुबह दांत ब्रश किया था, ब्रिसल्स ऑफ द ब्रश कार्बन। मम्मा ने खाना बनाया होगा फ्राइंग पैन में, उसमें कोटिंग है टेफ्लॉन का, कार्बन। You cannot run away from carbon. That's why we say as humans, reduce your carbon footprint. Why do we say carbon footprint? Means you are giving, and then the CO2 that you are breathing out is carbon. In your bones and body, carbon is all present. Have you understood? So when an element is present in different forms, okay, and when an element is actually found in different forms, then those forms are known as allotropes. This is a new word for you. What is allotropes? Allotropes are different forms of the element. In the whole element. Yeah, no, it's different form of an element. Now understand, you don't get something called carbon. ऐसे लिख के नहीं आता, I am carbon. ऐसा नहीं. Carbon is found in different forms. And those different forms are called allotropes. And since carbon, okay, what is jealous? Jealous is an act. And the phenomenon who exhibits that is called jealousy. So the element which exhibits the phenomenon of allotropes, that phenomenon is known as allotropy. Is allotropy shown by all elements? Well, not. Few elements show allotropy. Among them, carbon does show allotropy. Means carbon is available. It's like the Hindu mythology. The same God in different forms. So carbon, Bitu? Isotope is a complete different thing. उसको अभी लाओ ही मत. Isotope हम बाद में आएंगे. Isotope is when an element is available in 2 or more different forms such that they have same atomic number but different mass number. like hydrogen. They will not read. This is her school boxer with all these things. So carbon has got allotropes. Have you understood? Now, in this allotrope, there are two type of forms. One is called amorphous, and one is called crystalline. Okay, what are, so that means कार्बन दुनिया में अलग अलग रूप में आ सकते हैं, उन अलग अलग रूपों को भी दो भागों में बांटा गया है, amorphous and crystalline. What is amorphous? Wait, understand ना, मजा से आ गया. Amorphous are those forms in which there is no similarity or resemblance within themselves. मतलब अब amorphous क्या होता है? In crystalline there is a similarity of pattern, means, and here they will both girls you're talking, they are not similar. Not similar means there will be an irregular pattern. What do you mean by irregular pattern? Irregular pattern means if I take an amorphous form of carbon, whichever form it is, and I observe its crystal structure under high dense microscope, I will not find any pattern. Now, have you seen the ice cube tray in your refrigerator? That has got a pattern: pentagonal ice cube, diamond ice cube, diamond. The honeycomb has got a pattern. Hexagon. Have you seen? इसके अंदर आपको कोई पैटर्न नहीं मिलेगा. आड़ा, तेरा, चित्रा, कुछ भी होगा. इसमें पैटर्न मिलेगा. इसमें कौन से चीज आते हैं? डायमंड. Wow, diamond is nothing but carbon. Then another form is graphite. They are the graphite pencil में graphite है. Like graphite is hexagonal. So in graphite there will be a regular pattern. आप जैसे ही graphite को crystals इसके structures को देखेंगे, there will be a regular pattern. Means you can predict. After opening a Good Day Britannia biscuit packet and showing him one biscuit, can he not predict what will be the shape of all the biscuits? Agreed. But if I open an assorted Diwali pack of Cadbury's chocolate and I just show him the dairy milk, can he say now अंदर और बाकी क्या है? Gems भी हो सकता है, 5-star भी हो सकता है. That is amorphous pack. Crystalline is Pringle. गोलू खत्म. Understood? आप जो इस चैप्टर में पढ़ रहे हो ना, coal, then things like coke. Coke is actually born from coal only. Form of coke. हाँ, तो वो पढ़ेंगे. Coal जो है ना, coal is also a form of carbon. Therefore, it is an allotrope of carbon. But in coal, I will not see structural similarity. ये आपको additional पढ़ाया, आपके कोर्स में नहीं है. Whereas diamond क्या है? Diamond is also carbon. Do you know if you burn diamond, that take somebody's pendant and burn it in 3000 degrees centigrade, all you will get is carbon dioxide. Oh my God! He burned diamond, and what you will get? Diamond is made up of carbon. And the pencil lead, which is 1 rupee, 1 rupee cost pencil, that is also carbon. लेकिन कुदरत का देन देखिए, एक के लिए चोरी डकैती होता है, दूसरा बच्चे घर में यूज भी नहीं करते हैं, फेंक के रख देते हैं. Are you understanding? So this is crystalline, this is amorphous. So in something, some quiz or somebody asks you, when an element is found in 2 or more different forms, it's called allotropes. Okay? Similarly, the concept in Hindu mythology where God is seen in so many different forms, उसका भी उसको एंथ्रोपोमॉर्फिज्म बोलते हैं. मतलब बहुत सारे रूपों में आप देखते हो, कभी देवी इस रूप में, कभी उस रूप में, कभी इस रूप में. तो इसका ये स्ट्रक्चर है. ठीक है, तो आज हम जो भी पढ़ रहे हैं, sit straight. What happens? Why is the backbone so weak? Should I give a bed here? Then how come you all become like this? So nice discussions, and I'm taking this. You're my 3rd class. If you sleep down, then what happens to my motivation? Okay, so these are known as, this is the structure. So whatever we are going to study about coal and petroleum, coal is a form of carbon. Coal is a form of carbon. और carbon जब different form में आते हैं, allotropes. That phenomenon is known as allotropy. Allotroping forms can be amorphous or crystalline. We are studying amorphous form. Okay. अब आ जाते हैं coal पे. बोर हो गए हो क्या? अच्छा, आ जाओ coal. So coal story you know. Story we are aware of. Are we aware of or not? How coal is formed? So coal के बारे में कोई लिखने बोलेगा, what is coal? Coal is a fossil fuel. Then you can write the story about that entire fossil fuel. बहुत साल पहले किसी प्राकृतिक विपदा में कोई जंगल मिट्टी के नीचे चला गया और फिर वो सूरज की रोशनी और हवा से वंचित हो गया और फिर बढ़ती ताप और चाप के कारण कुछ बैक्टीरिया जैसे जीवाणु उनके ऊपर हावी हो गए और धीरे धीरे साल फिर साल चलता गया और फिर निकला कोयला। ये तो स्टोरी है, ठीक है ना, ये आप लिख देंगे। अच्छा चलिए आगे देखते हैं कोल कैसा होता है। कोल इज एक्चुअली अ हार्ड एंड इट्स अ ब्लैक एंड इट्स व्हाट सॉलिड। कोल ब्लैक होता है, कोल हार्ड होता है और कोल सॉलिड। हार्ड मींस व्हाट? हार्ड टू एन एक्सटेंट। नाउ दिस इज वेरी सब्जेक्टिव। सम बुक में राइट कोल इज सॉफ्ट। सॉफ्ट एंड हार्ड का मतलब इट्स रिलेटिव। सम ग्रेड ऑफ कोल में बी हार्ड, बट ऑल यू शुड नो इज ब्लैक एंड सॉलिड। एंड the main necessity of coal today for us is energy. You will be surprised that the air conditioner which is giving you a lot of comfort is running on electricity and all. Have you ever thought who is producing electricity? Like we are here, कौन electricity हमें कौन देता है, कौन दे रहा है, कौन बना रहा है? So in India electricity and all things are regulated by government. At least in Telangana it's in government. So there is Telangana power generation companies there, and you have got what? You have something called thermal power plants. Thermal power plants. Okay. हाँ, thermal power plants हमारे यहाँ पास में है. There's a place called Ramagundam. Ramagundam is a place which actually has a thermal power plant which is producing all the electricity that you are using. Have you seen coal wrecks of train? You know, goods train will be there where you will have coal wrecks. They will be just like bed. खड़क 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 जहाँ crossing होता है. हाईवे में कभी क्रॉसिंग होगा तो आप बैठे ही रहोगे, जा ही रहा है। नो नो, नॉट दैट स्टीम इंजन। आई एम सेइंग द गुड्स ट्रेन, द रेक, यू विल सी द इंजन 7 to 8 नहीं, it will be 100-115 wrecks. आप बैठे रहोगे ठक ठक ठक, it is keeping on crossing. Coal wrecks or as bullets which are having crude oil or petroleum wrecks. So much is the demand that if every day a coal wreck does not come to Ramagundam, you will get into darkness. Are you understanding? कितना कोयला जल रहा है? So all these coal, they come and they happen what? These coals are burnt. And why are they burnt? They definitely will give me energy. Energy in the form of what, beta? Heat. This heat is used to boil water. If you boil water, what do you get? Steam. And this steam is rotating something called a steam turbine. A steam turbine, and this steam turbine rotates. And as the steam turbine rotates, it is coupled with something which is called a generator or an alternator. A generator is like a motor. Have you seen a motor? If you give electricity, the motor rotates. Tomorrow I'll show you one ulta experiment. Remind me. If you rotate the motor, you will get electricity. समझ में आया? So the motor is actually a generator. अब ये मोटर को घुमाना होगा. Now we can't take Advait and say, Advait, Hyderabad needs power. Keep on eating and keep on rotating. He can't keep on rotating the motor. So we need something which will keep on rotating. That is the steam turbine. What is steam turbine? थोड़ा समझो तभी आपको मजा आएगा. A steam turbine basically has blades like this. It will have blades, and high pressure steam is injected on these blades. So the blade will rotate. As it rotates, it is coupled. You can put a belt drive or you can put a gear drive. You couple it with this generator. So मैं घूमता हूं, साथ में उसको भी घुमा रहा हूं. Have you understood? If this is rotated with steam, we call it a steam turbine. But if you go to Jammu Kashmir and all, or if you go to Sri Sailam, which is very near to our Hyderabad, there water rotates it. So it's called a hydro turbine or a water turbine. Canada में waterfalls बहुत ज़्यादा है. Canada electricity is cheap. Why? Because they are not burning coal. They are not burning anything. They are just using hydro waterfalls. That entire Niagara Falls and all that you see. Those waters are being allowed to fall on these blades. Even south of India also we have. तो ये blade घूमना शुरू करता है, आपको electricity देता है. But if we go to China and Hong Kong, story becomes totally different. There they are not burning coal. They are using nuclear, uranium. So there is a nuclear reaction. 1 gram uranium will give that energy which thousands of tons of coal will give. 1 gram. 1 gram तो आपने आंखों से भी नहीं देखा है. Like I had a burn now here. Have you seen? इसका स्किन निकलेगा ना, वो 1 ग्राम होगा. इतना सा यूरेनियम इतना 30 kg कोल का एनर्जी आपको देगा. So that heat is used to use water and then steam turbine. But what is the process? There is no pollution. When you are using lot of coal, lot of carbon dioxide will come out, and this will lead to what? Global warming, temperature going up. Then the coal will release lot of fly ash. Atmosphere में ash घूमेगा. You have to have a procedure to handle the waste. If you look at the fuel you are using for cooking food, आपकी मम्मी खाना पकाने के बाद ash साफ करती है क्या? No, because it's a clean fuel. And if we use the same fuel in, say, where villages, we will say we will be using firewood. So there is a what you call ash disposal problem out there. So that problem does not happen. Similarly, when you see in China and other countries, you have nuclear power plants. You're using nuclear energy to get this thing. That is clean, cheap. However, equally dangerous if not handled properly. I don't know how many of you know, there is a place now in Ukraine called Chernobyl. Chernobyl में इतना बड़ा blast हो गया कि आज भी जो बच्चे पैदा होते हैं ना, it happened in 89 or 87. आज भी जो बच्चे पैदा होते हैं, they still have radiations. Radiations never die. In Japan also that problem is there. It doesn't die. Oh, that is Bhopal.
Yeah, Bhopal.
Bhopal is a gas. Methyl isocyanide. The gas name is methyl isocyanide. It's a poisonous gas and it leaked overnight. Huh?
It happened in a train station.
It happened in Bhopal. Midnight that gas leaked and the entire villagers died. So that's a different story. So this is the third. This is coal. So you now understand what is the major use of coal. The first use, if I talk about, just 2 more minutes, if I talk about the uses of coal, the first and the primary use will be energy. No questions asked. The second use of coal will be to get some intermediates. Intermediates. Now what is new word again? What is intermediate? I get milk in my house and I convert the milk into cream and I keep it. The cream is an intermediate. मैं उससे घी भी बना सकता हूं, मैं उससे क्रीम को whip करके आइसक्रीम में भी डाल सकता हूं. So that is an intermediate. कहीं भी इसको यूज कर सकते हैं. और ऐसा एक बढ़िया इंटरमीडिएट है coal tar. Right? Coal tar is an intermediate. ये बहुत कुछ चीज दे सकता है आपको. देखने में लगता है काला कलूटा, बैंगन लूटा, कैसे black, dark, dense liquid. But let me tell you, all the nice perfumes that you are putting on your body is made from that only. Looking at coal tar, you will say, "Yakkar, coal tar." All the nail polish that you put, yeah, it will smell bad. It will smell horrible. All the medicines that you take, all the beautiful cosmetics and the Nykaa, Maybelline eye kajals and all that you do are actually coming from coal tar. That's a very nice question. So I have to give a very bad example. You have to bear with me. My examples are severe. So we have the washroom and you have the flush water. The flush water is used to flush your organic waste. That water must be going and depositing somewhere. Are we idiots to lose that water? No, we will recycle that water. What is recycling that water? So no, sewage treatment plant, उसको क्या करेंगे? पहला उसको filter कर लेना है. Sick. Then chemically treat कर देना है अगर उसका. Then third, we have to add the required minerals. And then we have to clean it in terms of an ultraviolet cleaning by cleaning all disinfectant. Is it drinkable now? Yes. So do you say that when I drink the water, I don't smell washroom out there? It came from there only. And all the natural resources, water that are coming from pond and all, don't you think the buffalo is not pissing out there? 100%. But does it mean that we cannot drink that water? Who is asking you to drink the water immediately after the buffalo has pissed? You will be drinking the water after it is coming through there. तो एक कोल टार जो काला कलूटा देखने में घृणा होती है आपको, अब आप अभी क्या ऐसे पूछ रहे हैं जैसे कोल्टार में डिप करके उंगलियों में लगाएंगे? आर वी फ्रॉम व्हाट यू कॉल सूर्पनखा के भाई बहन है क्या? नहीं ना। हम इसको ट्रीट करेंगे, केमिकल कंपाउंड्स लेंगे which again will form intermediates, उससे we will be using in our perfume industry. Like coal tar will give you something called aromatic compound, aroma, benzene, वो यूज करेंगे. एरोमेटिक कंपाउंड्स आर मैंडेटरी फॉर ऑल योर कफ सिरप्स. बच्चों को कैसा कफ सिरप देते हैं? आइसक्रीम फ्लेवर, मिंट फ्लेवर, स्ट्रॉबेरी फ्लेवर. वेयर इज दिस ऑल थिंग? अब तो बच्चा खाएगा ही नहीं ना. नहीं तो यू आर ब्राइबिंग द चाइल्ड. उसको मेडिसिन कैसे दे रहे हो? स्ट्रॉबेरी फ्लेवर्ड आइसक्रीम, व्हाट यू कॉल कफ सिरप. नहीं तो बच्चा खाएगा नहीं. आर यू गेटिंग इट? सो कोल्स मेन यूज इज एनर्जी, राइट? एंड एनर्जी मीन्स हियर कोल इज बीइंग यूज्ड एज अ फ्यूल. Then intermediates, and then third, coal will give me, can also be used for नहीं, गैस वैस सब इसमें आ गया. इंटरमीडिएट्स में आपका कोल गैस भी आ जाएगा और इसी से बाकी सब होगा. एंड कोल कैन ऑल्सो बी यूज्ड फॉर finding out smells. I will not categorize that as another group. I would love to keep it here itself. That's it, these two. It will give me a lot of intermediates and it is going to give me energy. ये main है. And when we talk in terms of energy, then we'll conclude today from here. When you're talking in terms of energy, you are simply using coal and you're burning it in presence of oxygen. What do you get? Carbon dioxide. है ना? वो कबाब बना रहे हो आप. So energy as a fuel, and when you use it as an energy, it can go for industrial as well as it can go for domestic. You know what is domestic? घर में carbon dioxide, and it is going to give you a lot of energy. The nation's progress depends upon coal. Coal के ऊपर politics, cinema, सब gangs of Wasseypur type movies, they are all made because of coal. कोल में बहुत पैसा है. कोल के लिए 1000 पॉलिटिक्स हो जाता है. Who controls the coal mines? He is the boss. That's why I say wars happen because of coal and petroleum. कोल को इतना सस्ता मत समझिए. There are so many movies in Bollywood which are only on coal. कोल की लड़ाई. समझ में आया? आज का रंगारंग कार्यक्रम इतना में समाप्त करते हैं. अगले क्लास में हम स्टडी करेंगे कोल गैस, कोल tar. That's it. And we will be moving on to petroleum. Yeah, coke also there. Coal gas, coal tar, and coke. In fact, no, different type of coal is not there. In fact, one line you can use intermediates, coal tar, and this. So third, we can actually put coke also. Coal is used to get coke. अब ये coke क्या है? Not the black color liquid in a red bottle which you say last time, coke time. ये वो coke नहीं है. This is a different coke. Last time, coke time समझ गए ना? Half time, coke time. आया practice कर ले पलंग चढ़ के. That song comes ना, so it's like that only. This is that coke. This is not that coke. So we're gonna study these three in our next class. हाँ वो आप ऐसे भी ज्योग्राफी में पढ़ोगे. So all we will. That's why I covered so many different other things also.